Something you don't wonder what these dudes, cause we brain nose, yeah, and we coming on through, so you better move back, cause we brain nose, yeah, if you don't like the colored accent, you can foot set.
Hey, double clap, triple clap, we Department of Current Affairs, episode 3 officially, starting on the end there.
Episode 3.
There's no episode. We gotta see Anne.
I'm back.
You always here. Our permanent casual, Andrew.
Permanent casual Jewish, as you can see.
Hey, my man is really looking for this permanent club. Check the shoe too. What's it like a crocodile leather? What is that leather you see?
All you need to know is that
patent.
All you need to know is that it's an account. So.
It's on the
That's what you need to know. What you think of that shoe? Yeah.
We got the only person here with the actual title, Dr. Common James. Andrew only got
I'm
nicknames.
finding that out now.
We got our, you know what, we felt like the color was a bit rough, like in general, like we were a bit overly colored. So I said we need to bring in someone with like a Greenwood Parky vibe.
Yeah. It's okay.
A token. So you got a Lloyd here, and myself, Neil Green. I just want to ask you, because like, I am very unhappy about your outfits. Like before we discuss anything else.
At all, yeah.
No, I say, like I parked and tried to think of so many things that won't make me look fat. Like on the thing. Then I just lean into it. I said, no, I'm fat. Just slan whatever you want. Slan. I just come here relaxed and y'all looking like we're recording Top Billing here or something.
No, do you think? Well, I don't know. Okay, well.
Look at this man's shirt. The shirts
Andrew,
are bastards are slim fit, cuz.
This is like the
Check
best.
the guns there.
Short 60, but there's explanations to a lot of things. I don't know if we got time, but
Yeah.
no, man. Hey,
But basically, you're starting at Ignition on Monday.
not really ignition. You check.
No Ignition.
It's actually all mutual.
Oh, no, that's
No. I never meet up. I went for an interview, but when I go for an interview wearing shining shoes, I usually get the job.
Those shoes, dog. As soon as you come in with those shoes,
Yeah, get in.
Yeah.
even with
I just got that bounce, like with the person that's interviewing you must check. And then usually I'm in, you check.
Flow into the interview room.
Yeah.
But Anne wanted to talk about something important today. Starts off on a bit of a somber note. The Newlands baby. Well, the baby got saved, so everything's lucky actually. But you were saying something about like the way the operation went down.
More talking about what happened on social media and how people are just mixing pictures and sending stuff out there and wrong information going out there. That's the major problem that I have.
That is actually a huge problem.
Yeah.
Fake news.
Yeah, fake
We have a
news.
huge problem.
But it's not fake news coming from a fake news site. It's we making
It's
this.
our
Yeah.
people. You want to tell me what the story is?
Secret.
What?
It happened right there by you.
Look, I know I work for a very large media company.
And we covered it extensively.
Extensively. But I need to be put into the
There was a
picture.
baby
here.
that was, baby was, I don't want to use the word discarded. Abandoned.
She was abandoned.
Abandoned.
In a drain.
Yes.
A guy walking past heard baby cry, goes and has a look, sees it's a baby, goes and calls for help. By the time the help arrived, she had traveled down a few meters from where she was originally seen.
Yo.
They had to cut through, make a trench, dig baby out. Almost 3 hours later, she was eventually saved, rescued.
And she's hundreds now.
She's fine, clean bill of health. Obviously, she had a bit of scarring and even from being there, but she's fine.
She's fine.
Okay. And the backlash from that was?
The backlash, it was actually a great operation. Like the way the people did that was fine. But now, we're parking here like a
Neil,
week, some change
side
later.
notes.
Yes.
I was so proud to be colored with how the community came together on that day. Proper. I mean, the guys needed stuff to hold the trench up. People were like taking cupboard doors and stuff and helping them. We needed towels came. They had water bottles for the teams who were there. I mean, it was hot on that day, and our community really stood together behind the rescue team. So
We need some positive stories.
Yeah.
No, we need
it's
positive
definitely.
stories.
Hey, now you're making me feel bad now. Because it starts with a positive story, but it never end up
no,
positive.
but that part was good.
That part, yes.
What happened afterwards when the Facebook FBI got involved?
A
and
week
people are
later.
putting pictures because she was arrested.
Yeah.
The
So
mother.
apparently
Yeah.
she was in hospital and she was arrested in hospital. But people are just making up stuff. My problem is that there are other innocent families who are now being implicated in all of this, and that I think that's bullshit. That is not fair.
Yeah.
Imagine we making our own fake news, bruh. Like, imagine, like, but you know, do you think it is just social media? Because the gossiping aunties were always gossiping,
Yeah.
Yes.
like back in the days.
They just have a
It's just
different
whenever.
platform now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That time your platform was
Amplified.
Yeah.
whoever was hanging up washing was only,
Yes.
you could only tell those
Yeah.
people.
You could only
Yeah.
tell, yeah.
Or the tuck shop lady down
Or
the
the tuck
road.
shop lady, or the person that you're sitting with in the
Or your
taxi.
hairdresser,
Yeah.
you know?
Yes.
So the story
That's
went.
how it ended.
The story
Yeah.
went, but
End
it
the
went
day.
like slowly.
No, it went fast back. They had that LTE way back.
Yeah.
Way back
The
when.
grapevine was on fleek.
Oh, talking about
No, they
that.
had that LTE.
Okay, but the segue is too perfect.
Favorite one of the mothers and the aunties which you hit us with is the I'm tell you something but don't tell anyone.
Yeah. Hey.
Yes.
That's
But
the
like,
standard.
why did someone trust you with that secret?
Yeah.
Because you gonna just let that thing loose.
No, and then,
the
after,
first
and then after
person.
telling you, she go tell someone else.
Yeah.
Tell me something, but
Don't tell anyone.
Anyone.
But you know what happened.
Before you knew, everybody
The
knew.
LTE was moving.
No, but that's perfect now. There's a perfect segue to our second topic, which is the secret family, bruh. Wait, before we get into that, I want to ask you all individually. Do you know about your grandpas?
Yeah.
You know about your grandpas? Do you know about your grandpas?
No.
I don't know one of my grandpas. Do you know
No.
about your grandpas?
No.
Do you know about your... Wow.
Maybe
know-
you
I know-
know- you
I know
maybe
Just
you
so
know
knows
them,
his lineage.
But you
No,
didn't know
I
they
know
were
of them. I don't
grandparents.
know them.
You didn't know there was a relation. You probably
No.
thought it was uncle.
No, I've never seen my grandpas. Like, I don't know these hoes.
But
Like,
you know of them.
I'm biologically, I must have a grandpa.
So what,
But I have no other evidence.
So
say
no
that.
one's told you a story about a grandparent.
No. That's what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying. Think I'm confused. This is why Lloyd is here.
I love this,
This is
guy.
why Lloyd is here.
He's gonna take
Lloyd
my
does
place.
not understand.
What do you?
Listen,
I,
and I'm sure Andrew as well. I'm just including you.
No,
Mahesh.
it's cool.
I do not know grandpas. Like
Do you
at all.
do you know your
Dog,
do you
when I
know
go
your
to my
parents?
Yes. I know my grannies. Like I can go to my granny's house. There's man pictures of the grannies, the aunties, everyone playing on seesaws. No
Nothing
grandpa.
on anyone.
There's no grandpa in those pictures.
So,
There's no
Being
grandpa.
happy.
so I know what
happening.
my grandpa looks like.
Okay, so he's.
But did you
somewhere
ever have a
raised
relationship
there.
with your grandpa?
No.
Because this is
But
the
I
deep.
heard this.
mother's
I heard
side-
stories about my grandpa.
On my mother's side, I knew my grandfather very well.
Yeah.
On my father's side, he had passed away when I was a year old. So I didn't have a relationship with him, but we have a photo of him.
How sure are you that the gramps died? Because I also got told they died. I don't know how much I believe the story. Yes.
Why would you say someone died?
know.
They're gonna pop up as soon as you get that Netflix
There's
special.
At the funeral.
As soon as you get that
There's
Netflix.
Netflix. At the funeral, I was one. I may have been at his funeral.
My friend, listen to me nicely, Sian. I have been at a funeral. This is not long ago. This is feeling. I have been at a funeral where the other family comes to introduce themselves to the grieving family. Yeah, we also his children. You never met somebody we also his children?
No.
Oh, I've met somebody we also his children.
Yeah, but again, it's a thing I've heard of.
No, I was there for we also his children.
But that's our thing with colored people. We can take those kinds of secrets to the
Oh, but
grave.
that bro was dead. They don't
To
die.
the grave.
They don't
Let me
die in
tell you.
Secunda.
Let me
They
tell
die-
you. My grave
Yeah, no, those are the
carried
secrets to the
with
grave.
a bucket load of secrets.
Yeah.
I remember there was a shooting that happened a couple years ago, and obviously it's my job to then investigate. And my granny phoned my mother and told my mother, tell their child to leave the story alone. I promise you, my mother phoned me and was like, leave that story alone.
Yo.
So I don't know what the story was.
LTE.
One day, once you will
see?
get drunk,
That
it'll
LTE.
spill out. Like even now, we can stand and have conversation, and then certain things are whispered in, and then, like our conversations go like that. So it's like,
So I'm not excluding Lloyd. I'm now presenting a concept to Lloyd. But the rest of y'all, are you aware of the concept where someone's sister's actually their mother?
Yes.
You
It's
do know?
happened in our family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a good couple where the sister's actually the mother. You
No,
no, never seen that.
no, not at all.
Yeah.
You know anyone with a sister's the mother?
I know of people.
We'll tune off
with
the
that.
this. I know somebody.
But I'm not gonna mention names.
I watched a movie
But I know
based on a
someone.
true story.
wow, you
Nah,
were such
nothing.
privilege,
That's
right?
super
It must
prevalent.
be nice.
It's like it's super prevalent.
But
No.
but the one I know, the girl knows that that's her mother, but to everybody else, they like they
Oh,
sisters.
it's normally the opposite way around. Normally everybody knows.
And they don't.
That's his sister.
That's how it happened in our family.
That's a heavy, like,
know
town
of something
secret.
On the person's wedding day,
Oh.
the rest of the family found out that okay, that's actually
Yeah.
so and so's parents.
Oh, they waited
That's
for a
a
big
time.
moment as well.
That is
Tune
outside.
while everyone's dressed nice.
We know you're not gonna. We know you're not gonna pair in your shiny shoes.
Yeah.
Not a junior now.
Don't be upset. The biryani's nice.
I have suspicions of my one my granny Nancy.
Granny Nancy.
Yeah. Now this is the lady that adopted my father because my father's parents were separated by the Immorality Act. He's
Okay.
always in the bottle.
Oh, it's a generation one.
Oh, yeah?
So,
It's a chain one.
So
What's our
what
splits?
happened was-
Hold on, you gotta explain the split now. What we got there?
my grandfather is Welsh.
Yeah.
And
Welsh.
my grandmother is
Welsh.
Xhosa.
Okay.
So he was sent back to Wales.
Uh-huh.
But if I believe in the stories, Mom
And you
got
should.
up to a lot of
This-
he was
Oh, so
loving-
you mean this?
he was loving the
This-
he was loving the chocolate.
Yeah, you was just moving
Okay.
through.
You're like
Listen.
rolling in it and now.
Moving like he's at that lunch shop in Gateway. Just, I'll have, and I'll also have, and
Yes, I used to do a joke about that. Like when Van Riebeck and him, when the ship was pulling in, they were already saying, I'm gonna have those three. No, you say. But they were really.
So now this is the granny. We call her Granny Nancy.
Yeah.
Apparently no blood relation to us. So she adopted my father once his mother died,
Okay,
which
okay.
wasn't too long after the Bali got sent back.
Okay.
Right. But now Granny Nancy's kids and her grandchildren, the resemblance to us
Oh.
is very striking.
So what?
Very, very striking.
What's your theory here,
People have come up
guys?
to me
Should
and
we
said,
tell Jet Granny
Is that
Nancy's
your-
I think we need to.
Yeah.
Chet, we're gonna take a moment here.
yeah. No, Jet, we're gonna tell you something, but don't tell
Don't
anyone
tell
else.
anyone we told you.
Stay
But
here.
Do you know when the egg is fertilized?
Stay here. Another family secret we take it with us.
This is actually an interesting topic. Yeah.
Oh no! I want people at home must be parking now and going, "Hey, you know what?
Even
Starting
my mother
to-
says-
Has anyone
even my mother
anyone
says,
told Junior?"
This woman has gone to the grave with secrets.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that.
But that's a colored. That's colored life. bro.
Absolutely.
That's colored. Because this thing's being recorded, I'm not even telling like 80% of the stories that I could tell you.
I want to get kicked
I
out
want
of
some.
family events.
Who's
Saving it for the season finale.
See, I got one too loaded up. People will be vying to the call box to phone me. Like people are
Finding a call box.
I'm telling you.
Constructed out of scrap.
People will be phoning me from the call box.
Calling you return and everything.
Reverse choice.
Got that cousin. You got that cousin in another country. There's a reason why they're in another country. Yeah.
I don't know,
Maybe
maybe
went to au pair.
Maybe the,
willingly.
maybe the reason why I don't know these things is because there's yellow secrets that are just being
That's the opposite.
Hey, like maybe the damn wall in my family is built just
tight.
right. Hey, every brick's in place.
So call your people now when the video comes out. Say, hey guys, just want to show you
But, like-
something.
Is there
And they
anything
just
you want
watch
to
your
tell me?
expressions.
No, it's
yeah, watch your
gonna
expressions.
die down on
At
the
family
deathbed.
reunion,
On the
and you
deathbed,
know,
it's
you
gonna
always
sit
have
it
to
with
make
all
a
the.
slideshow at the family reunion. There you go.
But brother, to be honest, I think every single family has got secrets. It's just that some is deeper than others.
Yeah.
Then there's always that one uncle that's not allowed to top when there's family. They know.
Let me show you something. Let me show you something.
Like in one family, there's always like, hey, there's fun,
Imagine that is 6 I thought that's a colored thing. Like I got about 2 or 3 uncles like that thing that have never touched Dobsons like for a long time.
Yeah.
And then what happened is a couple years ago at somebody's wedding, they said let me have one.
Yeah.
And then they ended up in like Pongola. Like they took some. This is not even a made up story. They were in a spree for 3 weeks and then came back and cleaned up again. But now I thought that's a colored thing, right? So if I to Water Wonderland, I don't know what the real name is. I know this one to correct me. I just know it as Water Wonderland.
Right.
If I to Water
Waterworld.
Water
Just put it on record, it's Waterworld.
If I to Water Wonderland,
Yeah. That's
and we got there late because Lou's care broke down. So when we got there, the fire was out and we had braai packs. So we marching around the braai packs and the Indian pali saw us and he tuna lights. You want a braai with meat? Yeah, put it there. And what he did was he put our meat on, and while our meat was cooking, he gave us a plate of chow. It was so confusing to us because, you know.
Now what?
So then he tuna, what you're drinking there? And we so we had 1, 2 tops there. So tuna must pour you something, uncle. So tuna right, I say. You know, we should have seen the way his eyes twinkle. No, he came with a slot machine. When the first paper cup came, you know the relief of how it hits in. Oh, that was the one. And the party said double up with 2, 3 from there. Then, like one of the other aunties came, she said, hey, what you drinking? Hey, don't fucking and the parrot was on from there.
And your meat is still sitting on
Exactly! We already saw the chicken! I think the voice is ready now. We just trying to slip, right? And big parrot there. People packed up and invite boys, bro. Because that was the uncle.
That was the answer.
Yeah,
not
that's
supposed
not
to.
allowed
The one that's not supposed.
No, because it flies down.
And he picked on us. He saw there's impressionable young colored boys with meat to fry. I can exploit them.
I can relate to those uncles.
That uncle there.
See, like some things maybe
I
not
should have
that
seen by the
different.
Roman sandals. Don't trust the pali that wears Roman sandals.
My
Robert.
sister and I have sat in conversations with our older aunties and like sitting across, because we go to next each other and gossip.
Yeah.
But we can gossip with our eyes. So one auntie says, and we are like,
Gossip with our eyes is
Just
crazy.
you know, making eyes at each other. Because now, like it makes sense. So that's where that auntie comes from, and that's where that link
So you're
is.
PC together the
And
story.
this is why so-and-so don't speak to so-and-so. This is why that person has that nickname. We are sitting there, we like,
Whoa.
making like we helping get ashtrays and whatever, but we were loading
But
up.
now, can
So we know off secrets.
Can I ask a question to the ladies specifically? How can a woman still gossiping using gibberish? You remember that?
Election they call it.
What you mean about?
Remember that?
The corona version.
What was that nonsense?
The corona version of
I've never been
gibberish
able to.
is to give the person another name. I found it out because I went to Sheila. We back in the text and the police trying to play the CD as not ground driver. And keeps wiping it and putting it back. And Sheila told me, but the way Stephen's CD is scratched.
Yeah, you're the masters of Scandinavia.
Where's the book there? You got a book.
They can all lip read as well. The aunties can all lip read.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, road rage. You see, when she answered, I got a topic. As soon as she said road rage to me, I thought back to a story that I'm gonna let Cian tell you about road rage.
Where a guy pulled a gun on us. I'm a journalist, so we were driving back from a story in Kwamashu. Like, not even in Kwamashu, like past Kwamashu.
Yeah.
And we're driving back on, what is it, North Coast Road, Connaught Bridge, and this guy's tailgating. It's my car, so I'm driving. Eventually, I can't move onto either side of the road because there's a car on this side, and he's not like slowing down or whatever. Comes over to the side of us, pulls out his gun, starts pointing his gun at us. The person I was with was losing her earth. She was like, "You better say sorry, see?"
You bitch!
I did nothing. Like, do not bully me. So he stops in front of us. He's got a huge buck. He stops in front of us,
Disagree
gets
with that,
out,
but anyway.
screams, and he carries on and whatever. I just sat and waited for him to be done. I'm trying to pull my phone out to record what's going on. And next to me, she's like,
Spicy.
"No, you must say sorry." I'm like, "But I didn't do anything."
Just say
wrong."
sorry.
No,
Don't get shot.
no.
You're gonna get shot
No,
for principles.
No,
Yes.
don't bully me.
let me tell you
Do not bully
something.
me.
No.
tell
Even
you
now,
something.
Neil, don't bully me.
No, you see
No.
the street code that you're living by. I never do nothing wrong, so I'm not gonna say sorry. Me, I will say sorry to you
Me
so
too.
nicely. But I'm noting you. I'm noting your license plate. You're gonna get talent from here. It's not gonna do. I'm not leaving it, but
Eventually got
now,
into
right
his
now.
van and he drove off.
Got a gun on me. I'm saying sorry.
But that no.
I'm also
My
saying
thing
sorry.
So
was-
did you guys just have like a standoff where you just
I just looked at him. I'm like, she.
Like what you gonna do?
She is like,
no. I disagree
I
with
just
that.
said,
People
no,
listening,
not
if
a
somebody
chance.
pulls a gun on you, do everything you can to defuse the situation.
Yes.
Even if it means giving up your principles. Don't
That's
get,
why
don't get
And
shot
there's,
for
and,
principles.
and there's
Let's
nothing
take
wrong with
that.
swearing someone just to yourself.
Yeah, like it's not an internal.
inside swearing, you know?
When you
Like
go,
on your way, posing like, hey,
No,
bro, you are
even,
hey,
even
bro.
get a swearing journal
know what
and
you
just
mean,
write down when you get home.
Yeah.
Every time you can swim. You
good
can
idea.
swim. You can swim so many times, not just that one
So
time.
when the stove is not working, I'm still swearing that guy. The stove.
taking it out on a lady at spa and all that. Always you can find things to blame it on. You know, I was in a fluky, but I checked it's time for length now. It's cool off, you
So
know.
have you guys been in that kind of situation where it would
Where a
happen
gun
to you?
pull
No,
out.
not a gun. Where it happened to you, or you were the aggressor?
I had a probably the last road rage situation I was ever in. I was coming out of work, turning onto the N2. And I mean, it's like you're coming onto the highway. This guy comes behind me and he's flashing lights trying to get past me. And I'm just like, guy, we're going to get onto the highway just now.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Don't worry, you know. Like I know what your future has in store for you, and it's also the N2, you know. So we get on, and this guy's still just behind me and carrying on for himself. So eventually, I just like moved over, and he goes in the fast lane. I'm fuming now. Like obviously, he had a cuck there at work, so I go behind him, and this is a thing that I usually used to do, but I don't do anymore. So I go behind him, and I'm also just flashing lights, and then I just put my brights on and I left it. And now we're just driving like that. So he decides he's gonna slow down now in the fast lane.
no.
So I said, man, fine, I'll stay behind you in the fast lane. We'll mess this whole traffic up, and I'll keep my brights until the battery
Sina.
guy's flat.
Sina.
So then he
Also pulling
decides.
us
So now he decides he's gonna vibe behind me,
And
and
get
I
used to the
decide.
brights.
I decide now I'm gonna
God.
kick it.
Yo, we're having a brights off.
We're having a bright-
That's what you would do.
So I decide I'm gonna
Yes,
kick it
road
now.
rage.
Now he's flying behind me to stay up and
That's
keep up
the
with me
most
with his
Greenwood
brights.
Park road rage I've ever heard
That
of.
is so mild.
So I got angry
like
now.
not even one gang sign wins up.
No, this is where it got spicy now.
Oh, okay. okay.
I slammed my brakes in the middle of the N2. I was ready.
No
I was
way.
ready.
No way.
must
He
hit me.
swerved, and then I just drove next to him the whole way, just staring at him like this, like I was Fast and the Furious. Just
Yo, you got time for all
Oh,
that.
wow.
I followed a guy once. Like I would.
What you mean you followed him?
Like I followed a guy.
See, and you need
Yes,
to
See,
meditate.
I have
Need to
seen
learn
this
how to
angle
meditate.
I'm gonna tell you a story when you finish. Carry on, I'm gonna
so
tell you a story.
I clearly didn't have road rage. Here.
Yeah,
I just had a
You sound like you got the road rage.
a mild
I
interaction.
did. He called me the K word. He was wrong.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And he was wrong, and on top of that, I'm like, what's wrong? And he calls me the K word. Oh, Moa. I followed him like down Springfield. And then I'm driving and I'm saying, okay, so see, and when you'll stop, then what you
Then
gonna
what
do?
are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What if he jumps out and he has a baseball bat?
Yeah.
What I turned
But
around
at
and went
least
home.
you
And
asked
I think
yourself
that
that.
was it. Like that was.
I am the
After
most
that time.
non-road rage. I don't even hoot at people. I am now. I live in Durban. I'm well aware that people drive like cakes. So I'm never surprised by cake behavior on the road. So don't upset me. Like I fully expect cake behavior. When I leave my house, I know at least 2 people are gonna do shit on the way to where I'm going. So why let it affect my day?
Yeah.
So I'm generally chilled. The problem is other people aren't.
Yeah.
I was driving, McDonald's Old Ford Road.
Yeah.
That's not the greatest area in the world, right?
Yes.
This lady in a Hyundai Tiburon, bruh, a white auntie. I'm turning from the turning lane. To me, if you're turning from the turning lane, life is good. Continue with what you're doing.
Yes.
She's turning from the lane that's the one that's
Straight.
turning and straight.
Yeah.
Like you can do both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Now
got
I'm
this
in the
before.
turning
Yeah,
lane.
Yeah.
And Gitty, that means I'm definitely
Yeah,
turning.
you
No,
understand.
there's nothing else
Don't
you
even
do.
ask
Yeah.
yourself.
No,
whether
you locked in.
I'm turning.
He's made his decision.
Yeah. So she thought she's in the turning lane now. She tried to go across me. Like she tried to turn from the split one into the full turn.
So she panicked and didn't realize she could have turned into her lane.
So when she did it, she almost hit me and then she pulled away.
Yeah.
And then she hooted at me. So I did nothing. I continued on my turning trajectory.
Yeah.
Do you know what she did? She sped up and pulled her car across the front of mine.
No
like that.
way.
I swear. So I hit dead brakes. Now we are in the middle of
Like
the Old Ford
T-bone
Road.
style, yeah.
Yes, the Old Ford Road
Yeah.
intersection there, right? She winds her window down and starts swearing me black and blue. Ah, you fucking driving. And I'm parking
She
here.
was white, clearly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, firstly you driving.
Dropped a clue there.
Firstly,
Clue, look for the clues.
she's driving a Hyundai Tiburon with a biker jacket on.
Oh.
She had like a big palm.
I don't even know what a Tiburon is.
It's also like a
The
Kia.
small ones. The small ones.
No, it's a sporty one.
Yeah,
No.
they're small. It's not
Except
big.
Auntie said kind of. Now she said window down and she's fluking me now, right? Now I'm thinking to myself, how does she know that I'm just a chill? Because
Yeah.
here Old Ford Road, if I jump out and throw something at you through your window,
Yeah.
or worse, who's helping? No one is helping. None of these people here,
Zero.
or none of them are helping you.
Zero.
Like if this shit happened, like I know in the corner of Windermere and Argyle,
Yes.
yes, like maybe different. But like if I jump out here now and decide I'm gonna kick you shoelaced, What's your move?
No,
Sunday?
nothing.
What's your move?
No, the people do.
Do you know, so I had to sit there and let her swear me until she felt like she was
She
finished
can move
swearing.
on.
Got it all
The
out.
robots changed, life carried on, people bought McDonald's. Me,
You getting
Now
thrashed.
the drive-through.
I am getting fluked.
You had nowhere to be. Yeah.
I just got fluked.
But if I didn't know you, and we had a situation,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna swear you.
But I fuck you up. Like, for sure.
No,
You
with
see,
all
that's the
this,
thing.
yeah,
Listen,
all this,
yo,
yeah, and
listen,
everything.
that's-
I'm not trying to get into
That's a
altercation.
lady,
with you.
dog. That's a lady. I'm coming
Right.
across Sparks Road. You know, to the church. I'm taking my cousin to church. It's a church day. They feeling churchy. They're gonna pray for me. I'm feeling lacquer. Like I got no problems in the world. So I'm trying to go straight across. Uncle with the beard there is turning. You got a turning thing on. That means to me, you got your indicator on. That's generally the accepted
That's
sign
the
that
Muslim
you want
Bali.
to turn.
Muslim
No, I didn't say that.
Muslim Bali, more
I didn't
clues.
say.
More
I just
clues.
said. So as I'm trying to go across, it turns out cars wasn't turning into the road. You were turning into the shop. Now I must know that. Now. If you were to turn anything in, that means I can buy it, right? So I check nothing coming that side. So as I try to go across, hey, Uncle say dead brakes. No, the one with the cab. He stopped about a millimeter away from my door.
Yo.
He opens his door, starts flipping. Yeah, that's it. I tune in, bro. I'm trying to explain to him, bro. Your indicator's on. I thought you're turning. He told me, where's your indicator? I said, my man, I'm going straight. Where's the indicator?
Why
To
do
show
I
that I'm
need
going
to
straight.
indicate?
So he said, oh, you're having a big mouth. I told him, no. I'm explaining to you. Now I got my window down. I can't jump out because his car's right here. So I told him, cuz, the only way we can carry on this conversation, because I'm finished talking now, the only way we can carry on this conversation is if I jump out through the window. And if I jump out the window, I'm not talking to you. If I jump out through the window, then me and you, we're going to roll in Sparks Road. Did you know any? I never asked for all that.
So many clues.
Yeah, shit. No, it's fine. No, don't leave it. Yeah, let's leave it.
No, then I've
leave
never
it.
had any road rage. I'm fine then. Everything's been great.
Except for the brides off.
The pride's off.
Yeah,
Again, that's
I
nothing.
keep away from
It was
road
okay.
rage. I actually don't care though
You look
because
chill though. End of
I'm
the story.
over chill, bruh, because I don't care about getting fluked by someone I don't know, bruh.
Yeah,
I don't care about getting fluked by someone I don't know. I'm worried about getting fluked by somebody in front of, like when Neil's gonna tune me. Hey, bruh.
I don't
but-
shoot you.
Hey, but how did all this shoot you? And you just left him.
Can you see how kind of people end up in situations they shouldn't be in?
No.
Just
And you just
bruised
left
and
him.
all that.
But if I'm somewhere
Okay, so what if you
where
hit the floor?
nobody's gonna see me?
But your chill also looks scary though. Like you being chilled in a situation is more scary than you saying something. Because you'll just be there just like,
Looking, and then the guy would be like, "Oh no!"
and then they're
Like,
gonna
see
look
that
at you.
face? See
That face there, that
That
face tells me that
face
you know
is
where I
looking at
live,
me.
you know what
No,
school
they're
my
like,
children
"Wow."
go to.
Well, if you from
Everything.
Greenwood Park,
Everything.
me, Andrew.
That's racist.
Exactly. Andrew, I'll ask you a
Yeah, but
question now.
I'm man, bro.
Related, unrelated, I'll ask you a question. So you saying now that if you were with your bras, you would react differently to a situation.
right.
Whoa, so if you were a girl
this
that
in
you
me?
like, if you were a girl that you like,
Whoa!
can you see how Brandon
Let's
thinking?
start.
Can you see how Brandon
Let's
thinking?
not even
Why you like
start.
that? He said, why are you
But
like
just
that?
depending, like I know with my ex cherry, but the lucky thing about her is that when she could see me wanting to tell her something, she always grabbed me.
Hey.
I don't
That's a good
tell,
woman.
but that's
That's a
nice.
good woman.
But now she must know.
You know,
you
you
know,
know,
at
it's not a
least-
good woman. You know, it's a good woman. Oh, you took it as span because my man is
Yeah.
Like we're cooling off.
You having a nice time too. Yeah.
But it's also one.
Because there's always real such a situation, you know.
Yeah.
No, but I was doing
I already
it to you.
checked. Hey, you got a bra or two
No,
bras?
but why?
Cherry's not checking all
Why do
that.
I was doing that? I was involved you in that thing. Except my man, you tuning a span. My brass is here. There's my man. Then I'm like, how?
Yeah.
And me, how?
You know what? I just kept quiet
you
because
were
I
halfway
checked
through
you a
the
day.
beer.
You and no chits were there. I knew I was gonna kick this all broken. That's why me, I just humbled myself and check. Tricky like,
Oh, you
what?
saved his
I was like,
life.
I know. What does this have to do with us? You was fluked. You never indicate. Yeah, but I don't care. I don't care about being fluked by someone I don't know. It's just-
Yeah,
it's
the
never
road,
right
the
way.
road thing, I don't understand it. I don't understand when people hoot at taxis. It's a taxi.
Exactly.
If you don't know what taxis are going to do by now,
Yeah.
you are a bad
Absolutely,
liar.
yeah.
You are, the taxi is going to do the wrong thing.
I feel
Yeah.
like the only way to grow is for all of us not to react, but to let everyone swear you to pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because clearly you need to get something out.
Out.
But now you can't
then
react
you
because
swear
then
people
it's
on the
gonna
road.
just.
It's gonna be
It's
a
gonna
fire
just
with
Calling-
a fire.
calling the-
So
you
like
say
we
people
should
on
all
the
have
road.
an understanding that listen, today's
Richard-
my turn. I'm gonna swear you to pieces.
If you're not driving, you swear. My fro does it. My fro hoots at people for me. My fro doesn't reach out. She doesn't reach over.
The co-pilot hoots. I don't stand for it.
My fro once
I
hooted
can't
at the
stand
O
for it.
because he was buying the paper. No, I was selling the paper. My fro reached over it. I'm like, the man is trying to get knowledge. Like, let the man buy his paper, you see. That was making matcha. This was learning something. You know?
We're growing.
He's in a rap ever. He's trying to lead a healthy lifestyle. His paper's doing so many things for you. You want to hoot at the man. He's just a rap ever in the paper.
But my late uncle was bad with road rage, bruh. He was the, you know those uncles that sit in the passenger seats and they always want to be doping. Like, why
yeah.
you try?
So uncles. So basically, you just described all uncles.
So now he's telling you,
Over the top,
he's telling you, just catch up with them. Oh, maybe if the hits a flop. He's like, he said, try force. I need to fluke that audio before. I need to swear him before he might indicate. Yes, they just catch him now quickly. I'm boiling right now. I'm like, hey, your boiling will get me short.
You gotta rely on the mechanical.
Both of us are getting shot.
That's the problem.
No, the uncle won't.
You
But
can't
scary.
predict the other person's actions, right? So that's the problem. Is like, okay, maybe you are thinking, okay, I'm just gonna, as you said, play hardball. But then, if that person really has, as you said, has had a bad day, and now they want to take their road rage out or their anger out on you,
It's the same reason.
like you.
It's the same reason I don't understand O's that like would sleep with a married woman. Like just because you know the
Oh, you mean married men?
no,
With their wives?
no, I'm saying like what you just described to me. Like I never understand the O that sleep with a married woman. Like except, do you know how many stories there are from now till the beginning of time where the O they say the O was so quiet, and then someone chopped his fro and he shot.
Everybody.
That's the face.
Yeah.
That's the face. That's the face.
He was so quiet.
And
So
then
that's what I mean. Like,
all of a sudden,
I'll never understand that, bro. Like I'm married. I say, you married? Because that old day I can see that I was like, that was quiet. He's like this. He's like that. He's like Roman sandals. You didn't know how that was coming.
And that for me
goes
was
on in a blaze of fire there, but the end gets so point, finishing everyone.
You just have to pay your account.
Everyone, finish.
But even with that, if it's an O that I don't know, I'm hundreds. But if it's an O I know, I'm not below you. If you sleep with my wife.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You gonna shoot off the bitch, bro?
I'm not telling him.
I don't even. I don't know because I've never been in that situation.
Yeah.
But like like the lower level, like I've been with an O that's like it's up with a cherry that I was seeing and all that. I don't understand why you would get mad about that.
I would get
Why would
get mad if you
Why are you mad at the O?
No, you gotta get off your chest though.
Because you
man.
greet me all the time, bro. And you
What you mean you creep you? I mean he's your friend? Like he's not your friend.
He
Except
just grew up
Okay,
with
it's like
manners.
you my friend.
It's a respect thing. It's
Just
He's
manners.
saying,
You
if
my
it's,
friend.
he's saying if it's somebody who is like in your circle.
If you are my friend, that's like applying down
But guys,
disrespect.
But you don't understand. People's right to free will is so important. If that O and your cherry wanted to do rude together, like that trumps whatever you feeling inside. Their free will trumps whatever you feel inside, dog.
You also
like
my free will to kill you.
Yeah.
no,
But now also like
I don't understand that. I'm not going to park because the cherry I was with decided she wanted to chow. I'm not going to jail for that. I'm not going to jail
you're
for
right.
that.
It's just like I'm an under over your funeral.
But why are you doing it in a way that's not smart though?
No,
Also, you're doing it.
He's gonna
I'm
come with
tuning.
another guy to your
You're not
funeral.
blow the oh, she's coming another over your funeral.
Yeah,
Nah, but I
that's
feel
some
like
shit
as a
people
oh,
hear,
who
bro.
can go and break up another man's marriage, you're a devious man, and
Yeah, fine. I'm not
maybe
going to smack you.
you're doing your bit for society by mocking him.
No,
you know?
I'm not gonna tell you
Mocking
come to my
for
house
it.
and play FIFA with me, like if you child my fro. But I'm not gonna.
No, when I
kill
find out that's the day I invite you for FIFA. Lying down.
He'll kill you.
Lying down,
It's
but
the proximity of it. If it's next to you, if it's a guy you see every day,
yeah.
then it's,
Oh wait, stop.
that's the hurt.
Let me tell you something.
That's the
I'm
hurt.
saying this here as me now, right? But I once was in a situation in Stones in Melville where I wanted to pair with.
Your first mistake.
Now I look back again in fucking Melville. Bro.
In Joburg.
Yeah, in Joburg, you said.
I know that Melville.
That's what I'm saying. Like now I look back on it and go, what was the point of doing what you did, bro? I came in the Joel with a cherry. I went to Suez and I came back. that cherry was dancing with another O. Now I want a fisticuffs. I need some fisticuffs with this.
What moves were they doing?
That's a
Oh, they were doing moves.
What moves?
They were doing, it was a Nina Sky. It wasn't like a,
So
yeah, it was a,
Were they face to face? Were they dancing face to
no,
face?
there was some tenussering vibe.
So they didn't leave space for the Holy Spirit.
There was some low level.
They didn't leave space for the Holy Spirit. Nothing.
But like, and it's like, why you in a fight with Dado now? Even if you can leave the cherry there with an O.
It's true.
Okay, but those days there was no
Jet
Uber.
Yeah, but that's like a
Set
There was no
small
Uber
thing.
those days. So you couldn't just leave.
That's not your wife. That's a
Yeah.
Okay, even my fro, that's what I'm trying to say. Now,
No.
that time I wanted to parent. I'm saying now, and I know this sound like brave words, like, but if my fro's a grown-up individual, bro, with her own thoughts, if she want to go do something, why must I murder one or more people based on, I'm not murdering, no. See, I will murder O.
Neil is not a murderer.
I'm not murdering O's for
You got a
that.
couple of brainless.
Say you gotta murder the O.
Brainless murder for you if they decide you fatting me.
And that's weird to me. Like,
Yeah.
no, it's not weird to me. I understand growing up why we did it. But I'm saying now that we grown up, like, we made a
ego
dog, like,
thing.
we've survived the
But
getting
it's an
poked
ego-
for weird
it's an
things
ego
era.
thing.
Like, we
Rabba,
survived
that's
that.
a
It's
getting
ego thing.
poked
You don't
for
want to do like a snide.
Yes.
It's an ego
That's
thing.
an
That's
ego
all
thing.
it is.
But then it's your problem. It's not their problem.
Do you know,
If you
Paul
don't wanna be
Summers,
seen
do you know
that
Paul
way.
Summers stabbed me at a church camp? He said, like, we had a
Wow.
church
Wait, hold
camp.
on. Does anyone else know this story?
No, but I'm saying, Paul Summers stabbed me at a church camp, and now that I think about it, we were supposed to be there praising the Lord. Why were we
How were the
involving
Okapis
ourselves?
involved?
Tell me
in
the
allowed
whole
it?
story.
I'm not telling you the whole story, but I'm saying,
Come
bruh,
sleep at my house tonight. Tell me the story.
Bible, Neil.
Paul
So
Summers
he
stabbed
was
me by a
just acting out
church camp,
something.
bruh. But anyway, next topic. Let's move.
Dr. Carmen segment.
Ooh!
Okay.
I'll let you
You had some questions about tonsillectomies and tonsillitis. So I've noticed that what happens is that, and it's not specific to colored people, but colored people are actually guilty of this. They'll come in, their child has been sick with tonsillitis, and one of the first things that they request is, please refer me to the ENT, I would need to remove this child's tonsils.
You're saying we shouldn't do that?
I'm saying
Yeah.
that we
Oh, no, I'm asking.
absolutely
With my
shouldn't do
tonsils,
that.
I am dying with my tonsils.
We shouldn't remove our tonsils.
No, the problem came in is what happened was is someone told colored people EMT, those
Oh,
three
like a rite
things.
of passage.
They
What?
told them
So have
there
you
was a
been
time where they didn't know what
told you?
ENT
Dr. Taser.
stood for.
Them is how my mother
Except
treat me.
Dr.
I
Taser
like
is my
Dr.
brass
Taser.
ball.
love
Literally.
Dr.
I should throw
Dr. Taser,
tantrums.
my medicine, right?
Yeah,
would
this
die.
is my
I
bra.
would die. I want to slip now,
Dr.
Dr.
told my
Taser.
mother to
It's
eat
London.
me. I don't
Dr.
like
Taser was
that.
right for telling you, but did your mother hit you?
I used to tantrum. Like,
How
stop
did-
breathing, turn blue tantrum. That's where
How
I
else
could
do
have
you
been
sort
an
that?
actress.
How
I
else
could have
do you
been an
sort that?
actress.
How else do you
He
sort
cut my career in off.
Dr. Taser.
Wait, what did this person do to you?
He told my mother to hit me. I was acting dramatic.
Yeah, that's right.
Cut half of my career. That's it.
But
Did he
how you
remove-
turned out?
and your tonsils?
No,
He
I'm
left
not
the
an actress.
No, you turned out.
He left the tonsils.
I slept my
Wait.
tonsils.
You got your tonsils.
Yeah, I have my tonsils. Not for.
Do
Do you have your
I've got
tonsils?
my tonsils.
And you?
I
was
can't
down,
go
though.
under the knife for
But I was
anything.
down because I heard like you try only custard and ice cream for like a week.
Okay.
Oh, listen,
then
yeah,
I
like
went.
I also heard that.
I like as a lighty custard or something that you saw,
Yeah, that
On the
ultra
offs.
Christmas.
and you saw on the off. It wasn't a
Top
regular.
black
occurrence.
We
Romany.
didn't
It
have
wasn't a
ultra
regular
when we were growing
occurrence.
up.
Wait, what?
What Ultramel? We used to get the
Wait,
one.
wait, wait.
Scary.
Oh, from the
Scary, my
powder.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, one.
Powder.
Yes.
Moyes and a scary.
There was
And
no
Okay,
ultra
wait.
now.
and Granny never
so
cared about
Dr.
lumps. Yeah?
James-
Lumps is
I like the lumps.
texture.
I like the lumps. I was a fan of
I
them.
used to like the
I like the lumps.
So
But
we
I used to
don't
like
have to
that
have
they did
our
it custom.
tonsils.
No,
Yeah, I
this
don't
is
think
a
they even
huge,
sell that thing
this
anymore.
is a huge
So
problem.
if they get inflamed and whatever else.
Okay, so let's put it in
Antibiotics.
perspective.
Wait, we need to hear
Let's
what's.
put it in perspective, right? Your tonsils are there for a reason.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. They're
Like
part of your
foreskin.
immune system.
Like
okay?
foreskin.
Part of
Yeah.
your
And an appendix. And an appendix.
and the appendix.
Yeah.
They're part of
Foreskin
your
and
immune
appendix.
the
system.
gallbladder.
And the
And
gallbladder.
gallbladder.
Okay, gallbladder is totally
Except
important.
we
We
just
should
get
so
schooled, yeah.
keep our gallbladder. We should keep everything that we're born with if we can help it. But tonsils are there as part of your
Wisdom teeth.
immune system, right? So they help you to fight infections. There are a small percentage of people who get repeated infections in the tonsils that it ends up actually causing more problems than good, right? So that group of people usually they start losing weight. These kids can't go to school. They're always sick. They always have high fevers. They're prone to febrile seizures.
The ones
and
that
that
when you're
type of
tuning
thing.
with them, you hold your breath
Yeah.
and all that.
There you go. Right.
Halitosis.
So those people,
Where you can
okay, you can remove the tonsils, but everybody else, please, there is
it
no value.
I got
in
follicular
removing it.
tonsillitis twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just took antibiotics and it helped me.
That's true, because you would have needed the antibiotics in that
How much
case.
cream soda did
So
you
wait,
drink?
how many
Dr.
times do you
No, not
have
cream soda,
tonsillitis
flat
in a
raspberry.
year?
Flat
So-
strawberry.
So before the recommendation, it's sketchy, it's very controversial, but in the government hospitals, they usually say more than 6 episodes in a year.
Oh, I'm safe. I had 3.
I have a question.
I had
I have a
3
question,
last
Dr.
year.
Common.
Yeah.
Dr. Common is saying that people shouldn't remove their tonsils because it's actually only a small group that are affected like to the highest level where you
Yeah.
need it.
More than
But
6.
isn't that the same story with gluten? Like the people that are gluten intolerant is actually like a small number of people that like if they child gluten.
So gluten is a little bit different because you get gluten sensitivity, you get gluten allergy,
Right.
right? And then you get celiac disease, which is an autoimmune disease that if you eat gluten,
But that's
it's
like 5
literally
people in
going
the
to,
world
yeah,
that have
yeah.
that.
But the problem
Yes,
is
and
we
they're making
developing,
trying to say gluten out of everything
we
now.
remove we
For those
developing
5
more
hours. Those of us must know.
sensitivity to gluten. As
Is it true,
as
though?
the food gets processed more and more people are becoming sensitive. It's just like how allergies are increasing. You know, people who never had allergies before, now all of a sudden you're an adult and you're like allergic to things.
Okay, cool. But do you understand how disappointing it is? These people that's got gluten problems, they must know they got problems. Me, I hate it. Like my lighty, the small one. They say send cupcakes to the school. Make sure it's never touch nuts and all that. Yeah. Right?
Oh,
Fine.
okay, yeah.
But like when you instead at 5, you should know for yourself before you eat this thing. Oh, cause before I eat this,
Oh no.
I got a heavy nothing.
Kids are not like
should
that,
I
though.
chow this thing?
No.
No,
Kids are
I'm
not
saying
like that.
in the small lighties, yeah, fine, they're gonna wanna chow everything, right?
Yeah.
But the big ones, you should know. If you got a gluten problem, you should know that you got, and you should ask every time before you chow something, is there gluten in this here? Now the rest of us, we go to the farmers market and we can eat like a burger, we eat a wash down, and then we see the table there with the cakes, and we get
Yeah.
excited, and we go there, and it says everything
It's
gluten free.
But it's so good.
No,
for
that
you,
breaks our
imagine.
success.
Oh.
I won't lie, when
And that breaks me.
growing up when I was a lighty, hey, no one was allergic to anything.
Exactly.
No one was
That's
allergic
true.
to
But you
anything.
are doing this with your
Rub
culture.
sand on
Yeah.
it. Just
Turmeric.
yeah. No one was allergic to anything, man.
I don't know. I have never been in someone's company where they chowed a peanut and they had a
Anaphylaxis.
end of that's the word. And I've been in someone's company when they chowed a prawn.
And if
I have never been parking with someone in the parking lot in Sanlam Center in Pinetown eating Viennas in rolls, and they chowed the roll and they had a gluten thing,
Yeah.
and they started like I've never seen a oh
I think it's usually
Never,
it goes
Allergies
hand in
are
hand
different, though.
with knowing that it's a thing that you can have, and then suddenly they have.
Yeah, because remember, there are people who are allergic
Some
to
people
nuts, but they
dislike
don't get
things.
anaphylaxis. Anaphylaxis is the extreme of allergy.
Okay, like
But I have
Will Smith in
never
Hitch.
seen a human being have any kind of adverse reaction to gluten.
there are people though.
Never.
who do.
I never
can-
even seen
I
an
can
like a
guarantee.
pumple. I never even seen an
So what is the
there's
reaction?
gluten got me.
So okay,
Never
so
seen
allergies
scone.
are different.
Started me.
the
You
scone.
don't- you
I
don't-
can't buy out tonight. Owens, you shouldn't have given me that
Scone and all.
No
That
one
mug
has
and
seen
bean
it.
scone clad me.
No one has seen that.
What is the reaction?
Okay, so allergic reactions are varied. Skin rash or hives, or what you're
Yeah.
speaking about, like swelling around the throat, in the mouth as well. Nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and then people whose chest closes up. So like an asthma type of situation in the severe allergy. When we're looking at anaphylaxis though, we're looking at all of those things, plus those people will go into something called shock.
Okay.
Where the whole system now is starting, all the blood vessels are dilating, and it's almost like they've lost a massive amount of blood. That's
Right,
like the
right,
picture
right.
that we kind of get in those types of patients. That is a medical emergency. That is urgent. But when it comes to gluten sensitivity, gluten allergies, a lot of the time it's the gut issues, right? It's the diarrhea, it's the indigestion, it's the bloating, it's the vomiting and the nausea. So chances of them getting like the
That's
swollen throat and
those are
that
the
type of
how
thing
hot is this curry
really-
people. I hate the how hot is the curry people. If you chow the curry. If you don't chow curry, don't chow the curry. Don't eat us with the how's it?
Just
I'd like to have the curry, but how hot?
and then when it's too hot, they can't stop complaining about the curry. Like
Just don't eat curry in, like ever. Just don't chow it. Carry on with your
stew for you and all that. Nothing but stroganoff.
Stroganoff is a winner.
Beef stroganoffs and all that for you.
A casserole.
Chicken a la king.
Ruling curry for all of
You're
us.
just listing.
We got one. We got one more before we go.
Yeah.
Jets, I want you in this one, bro.
Yeah. Maybe I can go out or what?
No, I'll go out.
Oh.
No, but you're an artist. I need you in for this
Yeah,
one.
I'll go. I'm not. I'm totally not an artist.
Carmen, you're gonna watch the camera there. Just keep an eye on the camera there.
Just make sure it's recording that red button you wanna see. That's all.
So very quickly, Mr. Jet Winsford, welcome to where you've been on. You're in the podcast.
Yes, I'm
But now you're
around,
here.
yeah, but I'm in front of the camera now.
The last topic I want to talk about. There was an incident now recently, not that recently, involving Andrew to a lesser extent, and myself and Daryl, right? And like,
Oh yes, I recall.
yeah. So when the thing kicked off, right? Like when it first kicked off, like I was just angry about it, like the color thing we were talking about. I was just angry about it. You want?
Now we're going deep like
Now we're talking real stories, yeah? Yeah, for realness. So at the end, like the other day, it's weird. I was sitting and listening to a song. And I was listening to a song and I started thinking to myself, you know what? You must look at yourself. Because like for O to feel that way, obviously something happened for him to feel that way.
Short, yeah.
So the crux of his issue might actually be a genuine issue, and my own anger, because I know my story,
Short.
makes me discount what you're saying. Meanwhile, there's some truth to what you're saying.
Short. Yes.
So the crux of his issue, and the issue I'm bringing up here today, to open up to the panelists, how much responsibility does an artist have to other artists?
Quite a bit, actually.
Okay,
But
but let's
that's
try
how I
and,
feel.
let's try and quantify it here. So you're saying you are a rapper.
Short.
Somebody else want to start rapping now. They want to come to you and they tune you. They say, you know what? Can you help me with like structures and like stuff like that? You gonna help?
Structures how?
No, but saying like they want you to help with arrangements. Help me like where do I need to hang out? Like where's the place? Like
No,
you
I
asking
can.
me tips
Okay,
and like
if you're asking me tips on where to go and who to associate yourself with,
Yeah.
and where the
No
things are
problems.
happening and all that.
no problems. I can do that. But in terms of
Generating revenue. Let's talk about this here, right? Let's talk about it like this. If I'm making money, how much responsibility do I have to help you make money?
how much money are you making? Are you making just enough to support yourself? Are you making enough to save a bit? Like this is my
see, but
thing.
that's a
Yeah.
relative question because
Yes, it's very
making
relative. If
Money.
you're making shmoney, then it's a different story. Like if you're making money hand
then
over
you can pull
foot.
an AKA and write to university to the house, there's 100 grand for you.
Yeah,
That's different.
That's different. But like if you are not too many steps away from this person,
Yeah.
then it's kind of difficult to ask me to do what I just
Oh no, I
done
don't think
for
they're asking.
myself.
I don't think they're physically asking for a handout.
I
I'm
know
just
that.
saying.
Want some tips and tricks?
No, not tips and tricks, bro. Like it comes to a point where we all trying to monetize. We got Jet trying to monetize what he does. We got
Sure.
Andrew here,
Andrew
trying to
trying to
eat
monetize
off this
what he
thing.
does as well.
Andrew vied for his interview today, but besides that, you need. Eventually, at some point, we all want to be self-sufficient. That's a dream.
Sure.
People don't understand the dream is not to be a millionaire, dog.
Sure.
The dream is to be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
The dream is to be able to look after myself and do the thing that
I'm supposed to.
that I have a natural aptitude and a talent towards doing.
yeah.
Right? So I'm saying, if I luck into a situation where I'm doing that now, how much do I have to take you with me? How much do I have to take you with me?
Nah,
And
you don't have to take anyone.
Bro, this is the thing. You talk in a situation like that.
But he was involved in the situation. So
Okay,
and what you
so
say.
based on this on your situation, bro, for some reason, when everything was going on social media,
Yeah, it was going on.
I was on. Wait, let me show you something. Let me show you something.
This one was tagged like 45 times. Nothing.
Now let me give you something. Let me give you something. See,
Facebook rage.
this is one time I can actually thank Telkom Mobile Chip. Because to be honest with you, I was on a lucky spree that weekend, and I didn't have daughter.
Yeah.
So I only met up with people started sending me WhatsApps, bruh, and inboxes. But this was the Monday when I.
But that's like also sending telegrams to your boys.
But people are like,
post
people are like, Andrew, are you seeing what's happening? People that I don't even know, bro.
Yeah.
Just a colored surname. Except
Where's the someone Ogo?
Yeah, just someone Ogo,
Done
someone
and all
James, Lyle, Ricardo, Radley, something, you know? Like except
Don't
can you
forget
see
Talon St. John.
something? There has to be a Talon, and a Bradley, and a Brandon,
And a Radley.
yeah, and a Radley.
Radley is gonna Playboy Bunny nose ring.
Yeah.
Not stereotyping at all.
Okay, so I honestly I don't know what triggered y'all's conversation, but based on the questions that you're asking,
Yeah. I don't know. Keep in mind, I also don't know.
Now,
like,
now,
if you
now
saw
let me.
that thread,
Yes, now
I don't know.
between you and Daryl, what happened, or did somebody phone someone first?
No.
in order for it to.
Bro,
This was
just
obviously
listen,
something that was
that's
happening.
the thing, when
This
you
was
let-
something that was happening
So
in the
that's
background.
why now-
It was something that was
when you
happening in the
let
background.
ego in the room, shit gets loud.
So,
Shit gets
but
super
let
loud.
me give you.
We're not trying to
I'm
discuss
gonna
the
answer your
issue.
question.
We're not trying to discuss the
Yeah,
issue.
now I'm gonna
I'm
answer
saying-
you. How much responsibility?
How should I be conducting myself?
Let me give you an example about me and what I expect from you.
Alright, sure.
Right. You are a comedian that has been over 10 years in the game.
Right.
Right. I don't depend on you to come to my house and put food on my table practically.
Right.
Even when it comes to a recommendation, I would appreciate one from you, but you're not forced to do
You're
that.
not obligated.
You're not obligated to do that. You don't have to give me a spreadsheet at the end of the month
But I do
showing
do
how
that.
many recommendations you've given.
But I do that.
I have received recommendations from you.
And
Yes.
so you know.
I know.
Okay, cool.
So going forward, right? So what I do depend on you for, and that's the reason why I'll give you the respect.
Yeah.
As a outie, but as somebody who's older than me and somebody who has more experience than me in the game, what I depend on from you
Yeah.
and everybody else that has more experience than me is guidance, bro.
Sure.
Additional guidance. So I'm gonna flop. I'm gonna make my 1-2 flops. I'm gonna say certain things on social media that I don't know are offensive to people.
Yeah.
But you, as somebody
Sure.
that's been longer than me in the game, should be able to look at something and say, hey, you know what, Andrew's it's in a flop now.
I just like to point out right now on this podcast we have cut out a lot of things Andrew has said.
We have made the
I have cut out us back.
edited out a lot of things that you have said.
You're welcome.
I have helped you.
Except check your Brandon. So yeah, I depend on you for guidance. Yeah, in that.
Okay, but now me,
The word you're looking for is
mentorship. No, but besides mentorship, now
But isn't that the
peanut
same
gallery
thing,
over there?
no, but it's right. No, but let me.
Same but different.
But
In a nutshell,
But let me
peanut
explain
gallery.
something to you, right? If over the course of a year, I physically phone you and say, yo, Andrew, I got a gig for you. These people want to put me for a wedding. I'm busy that day. Can you do the wedding? This is the rate. How many times a year do I have to do that before you can be appreciative?
No, you
of
don't
the
have
fact
to.
that
You
I've
don't
done
have to
that?
do it. If you've done it for me once, that should be good. That should be appreciation
So if
enough
I've done it
from
for
me.
you once, doesn't it at least tell you that I have level
Some
of respect
level
for
of
you?
interest.
Yes.
As I have trust in you, I have respect in you as an artist. If I phone you and book you for things, that means I think you are the right for that craft.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, if I am not spending a Saturday with you in a writing session, sometimes that's because I'm just busy on a Saturday. Though.
Yeah.
You are not
I'm just-
obligated to help anybody else's struggle.
But this
You
is,
go to a person.
I feel like you kind of are though.
No, but wait.
No, you
go
kind-
to a
you kind
person
of
for
are.
mentorship. For mentorship. So I'll
Yeah.
come to you and I'll be like, hey Neil, look, can you help me with this? I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But you are not then obligated to then spend all of your time with me and then every single gig you at, I need to be there. And no, like now and again you pop in, we have that cool vibe, but you're not obligated to then carry me with you. Like that's your journey. I'm not gonna come in
But I
and
think
then rely on everybody to get me places. That's not fair.
No, but I think you
kind
are.
of,
Yeah, you are
kind
kind
of are. Like there's
Not the mentorship,
Why
the
though? Explain your
guidance,
why.
dropping a gig here and there, yes. But you are not, it's not like
Can I give you an
every
example?
single time you have to do this.
Can I give you an example? I learned this from the O's that came before me. If it's corporate season and I'm doing okay, like I got like 4 or 5 lined up already, and then somebody phones me for a 6th one, then I'm gonna phone Andrew.
Exactly.
I'm gonna phone another O and tell him, you know what, I'm doing this thing here. Can a 12-year-old pull in? This is the.
But
are you
why?
busy? Do you
But
have a
why?
gig that night?
Because your plate is full.
Yes. So
all
now
others-
what's time now? Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
you're not 100% obligated to now help this person along. No, you guide them, you mentor them, you throw them a gig here or two if your plate is full or you busy, you want a Saturday off or whatever. Hey, look. And
No,
and
but
it's not. You're not forced to.
But you see, the
hard
thing is, people have done that. People have done that with me, and I now realize after it blew up and time went past, I realized that there was people that kind of did that for me.
That was my
Rishu
point.
and Coven did that for me.
If your journey was based on other people helping
Doing
you
that for
out,
me.
then you need to also kind of give back.
what
But if
I'm
you
saying
want that
is,
hustle on
no,
your own,
mentorship, guidance, throwing a gig here and there to try and help a brother out, that's no problem.
Yeah.
But you're not forced to do
Yeah,
it.
it's not
At
So you're
some
saying it
point,
don't make
I
you a
also-
bad person to
No.
not do it?
No,
No,
of
but
course
at some
not.
point, I also need to be responsible for my own career. I can't want to be a singer and then want freebies all the time. No, I need to actually work
But-
and pay for studio time and learn to be responsible for my career.
But there is
Hey, but
like,
people can
Otherwise,
help
I'm
you,
just
dog.
going to come to you all the time.
Do you know who can help you? But you see, and here's the thing. I was having this conversation with Dalen. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, but anyway, Dalen is cool. I was having this conversation with Dalen, and we were talking about how much easier it is to be a comedian when you have a graph. Like if you have an actual job that actually pays you money at the end of the month,
oh, most
it
definitely.
helps you so much
Oh,
in your
most
quest
definitely,
to
yeah.
move forward because you don't have
you're not putting all the pressure
Yeah.
on
you don't have
that-
the
on that
pressure
thing.
of trying to chow
Almost
Yeah.
with what you're going. Like somehow this world has bluffed us that you must to follow your dreams.
You must leave
means you must
everything.
sleep in your car. You don't have to sleep in your car.
Sure.
Yeah.
Leave everything.
Short,
You can
Walk
have a
into your
graph.
boss's office.
short,
I'm done with you. Sick of you.
short.
Yeah, and so like that's kind of the thing, and that's I think where this thing kind of gets complicated, because the thing that makes things lucky for me is the fact that I have other income coming in. Because when I didn't, bruh, that's when you start feeling angry. That's when you start looking at how other OCs
and you become and it affects you. It affects the type of person that you are, bruh. Like
It affects how you pick gigs. I was phoning me to do a
affects
gig
how you pick
in
gigs. So
Hillcrest,
how
man.
many sets
He's
about
paying me
your
4 clips
success?
in Hillcrest.
Now you're gonna vine now.
I'm vying to Hillcrest.
Short.
In my 2-liter Opel Astra CSX, the exhaust not graphing. That's about 3 clips petrol
Short.
to Hillcrest.
And you might just get stuck for something.
I'm gonna buy a beer there. I'm gonna smoke a whole pack of guys because I'm drinking.
Short.
But I still now I have to tell her.
Yeah.
I have to tell her.
Because
Yeah,
because
put
that's
your-
your only means of income.
Yeah, but now if I got a crap, I could you know my man on a Tuesday for 4 clips. Hey, holy, bro,
Yeah,
you must
relax. Find someone else.
find someone
Let me tell you
else.
something.
I'm tired from
You
work.
must see the quote. You must see the quotation I
Very long
said
day.
now.
Take a
You
hard
must see the
course, yeah.
quotation I said now.
Yeah.
My quotation is wild dog. I got a wild quotation. My quotation, and I'm not super expensive.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. I'm not
Charging
super
for
expensive.
sundries.
Expensive.
You gotta call him for sundries.
I'm not
and
super
all that.
expensive. But what I do is I put their locker. 50% deposit will be proof of your booking.
Yeah.
That is confirmation of your booking.
Yeah.
Once you have paid that, right, hundreds. Now, once you pay that, now you can use my name and my image to
Up and-
promote your show.
Up until then.
Up until then, you cannot. You cannot use my name.
But you see,
cannot use my.
That's
image
the
to
freedom
promote
from.
my show.
That's the freedom
from
having income.
short. No, bro. Sometimes I'm swag. Sometimes I can
takes
be
a
damn
span
swag.
of discipline.
I don't give a fuck.
I'll be real with you. I've taken
I don't
some
care.
bad deals.
I don't
because,
care.
Like I just need this.
I don't
8 clips.
care.
Like this 8 clips is making a big difference in my
I
life
don't
now.
care anymore.
So for this 8 clips, I'm gonna do something. I have been
Too many
for the
people
Christmas
owe me
at
money
Pavilion.
for me to
Y'all
care.
do not know that. I was for the Christmas at Pavilion.
Too many people owe me money for me to
Neil,
care.
what job
I
have you
was
not
for the
done?
Christmas at Pavilion.
Neil's done
Yes.
everything.
Dog, I walked around in a hot for the Christmas.
Were you the main for the
I
Christmas
was
or you?
I wasn't a subby. I wasn't. I was
You were
for
the main
for the
I was
Christmas
telling the other for the Christmas where to be. You're not supposed to be here and start taking photos of the lighties. And I was no,
bouncing
I
for the
thought maybe you were like a
Christmas.
sub Toys R Us for the Christmas.
I was the tuning for the Christmas. Yeah, I know if I didn't Toys R Us, I did have to buy in Toys R Us at some point. So yeah, I was the. But man, it paid me. Didn't pay me. I won't even tell you that number because to you, if I tell you that number, you'd be like, yo, bro. You were for the Christmas for that. People saw you being for it. But like that's the thing. At that time, like that much made a difference in my life.
Pull you out of something.
But anyway, that was a good episode. I like that.
But
Thank you
let's,
so much.
let's close that topic up. In conclusion, you are
Socially obligated.
you socially obligated. Listen, those people are have obviously been inspired by you. you have done. They look up to you.
Yeah.
You have done like you like a big person in their community.
I don't know if I was looking up to you like that, though. Let's be real there. Like, there's a competitive element in what we do as well.
No, of course, most definitely.
I don't think everybody's saying, oh, that's the O I want to be. You know,
I'm definitely the O's want to chow.
yeah,
O's want to beat
most of the O's are like, that old shit, I'm better than him. And that's the problem. They're not looking at you and going, yo, I should be near this O and see how he's moving. Because I do that with fucking Corvin. I watch how he's moving, and then I try and get as close to how he's moving, so I can see what buttons he's pressing there. You know what I'm saying?
But you see now,
I'm not going at that old shit. How he's getting all those things.
That's a
like if you come with that attitude.
That's the difference. That's the difference between like comedians. Well, not comedians. You.
Yeah.
And well, I can say comedians and rappers in Durban. There's no real, like, in terms of colored people. There's no real colored person that has done that in Durban. That's there in Durban.
Constantly. Yeah.
So the only thing they can do in Durban is
squabble.
They think this was my mother. I'll show him.
Because that happens in comedy. The tier underneath that, there's a lot of I'm gonna waste the zone.
Sure.
It's like, nah, dog.
It's
I don't think it's just us just tuning out.
But Newlands, you know what
the
it
taxi
is?
drivers, Panama's got these issues. Not,
DJs too, yeah.
DJs too. I want to say another league.
The photographer world is. Oh, sent me such a lack of picture the other day. I'm not gonna say who. I couldn't stop laughing. Me, June.
That sounds rough. Share a joke first before you laugh.
Series from Durban think they made it when Lee Falcon saw them naked.
That was everything. That made my whole day. That finished me up that whole day.
You gotta actually Lee, dude.
I know Lee's doing all that. I need this man out here taking.
He was the only that was there.
No, he's doing things.
No. That's why they call it landscaping.
And on that note,
Shark Tank, it was a great episode of Public Color Affairs. Nothing to edit. We're putting it out just like that.
Yeah. Excel, what kind, bruh? They don't smack the tunes or what? They say I talk faffy, I'm just trying to figure what they mean. Get the phone, maybe I need to bell Neil Green. Cause when it comes to us brainos, nothing's what it seems. Take the time to know us, then you'll see exactly what I mean. You got some talks, you got some flops coming shicer. Got some sick puppies in the hood that make you bizer. And they're soldiers and they know they never scare for nothing. There will be a big inginga if you come here bumping. So please, don't perceive us as we evil. You just need a better understanding of my people. Yeah, we cool and maybe you should know we really peaceful. We in the gully, getting gully only when we need to, we lethal. And that's the brain of culture. Listen, Noms, you need to linder with those numbers. We got the Mac, we tryna put this rap on unders. And if you come and F around, then you'll be catching pumpers. They ain't got a clue. Hey, what kind next say out here from the bugs? That's the way I tune. That's the way I tune. Hey, no flops, you got the drops on my outie say whoosh. That's the way we move. That's the way we move. Hey, from the west side to the east side to the GTs to the Glens. That's the way we do. That's the way we do. Hey, and we picturing something you don't wonder with these dudes. Cause we brain nose, yeah. And we coming on through, so you better move back. Cause we brain nose, yeah. If you don't like the colored accent, you can food. Yeah. Excel, what kind, bruh? They don't smack the tunes or what? They say I talk faffy, I'm just trying to figure what they mean. Get the phone, maybe I need to bell Neil Green. Cause when it comes to us brainos, nothing's what it seems. Take the time to know us, then you'll see exactly what I mean. You got some talks, you got some flops coming shicer. Got some sick puppies in the hood that make you bizer. And they're soldiers and they know they never scare for nothing. There will be a big inginga if you come here bumping. So please, don't perceive us as we evil. You just need a better understanding of my people. Yeah, we cool and maybe you should know we really peaceful. We in the gully, getting gully only when we need to, we lethal. And that's the brain of culture. Listen, Noms, you need to linder with those numbers. We got the Mac, we tryna put this rap on unders. And if you come and F around, then you'll be catching pumpers. They ain't got a clue. Hey, what kind next say out here from the bugs? That's the way I tune. That's the way I tune. Hey, no flops, you got the drops on my outie say whoosh. That's the way we move. That's the way way we move. Hey, from the west side to the east side to the GTs to the Glens, that's the way we do. That's the way we do. Hey, and we picturing something you don't wonder with these dudes, cause we brain nose, yeah. And we coming on through, so you better move back, cause we brain nose, yeah. If you don't like the colored accent, you can food.